He said he was full, so his mother could eat. The night he lied about being full, his mother smiled. She didn't know it was the third day he hadn't eaten. And he didn't know it would be the last meal she ever saved for him. Some families don't break from tragedy. They survive it. Quietly. Hungry. Their apartment sat above a grocery store no one trusted anymore. The sign flickered all night like it was trying to stay alive. Buzz, pause, buzz. Ethan used that sound to fall asleep. The room was small enough that he could touch the kitchen sink from his mattress. The walls were thin. Every argument from the neighbors passed through like radio static. But his mother always said, "We're lucky. At least we have a roof." Children believe what their mothers believe. So Ethan believed they were lucky. He believed the empty fridge was temporary. He believed the jar of water she called soup was a joke adults made. He believed tomorrow would fix everything. Children always believe in tomorrow. Poor children have to. Every morning she woke before him. Not because she slept well, but because hunger doesn't let you sleep long. She boiled water so the apartment would smell like cooking. Steam is a powerful liar. When Ethan woke, she smiled like breakfast had already happened. "Eat at school," she'd say. He nodded. They both pretended school provided meals. It didn't. But pretending was their strongest currency. And they spent it daily. At school, Ethan carried a metal lunchbox. It was dented, scratched, older than he was. Inside, nothing. But at lunchtime he opened it carefully. He lifted invisible food. Chewed slowly. Smiled. Kids around him traded sandwiches and juice boxes. He memorized the smell of bread. The sound of plastic wrappers. The laughter that comes from full stomachs. A boy once leaned over and asked, "What are you eating?" Ethan didn't hesitate. "The best thing ever." "What is it?" He looked down into the empty box and said, "Something my mom made." The boy nodded like that explained everything. And Ethan closed the lid gently. As if protecting something precious. Because he was protecting her pride. His mother's hands were always moving. Cleaning. Folding. Scrubbing. Wiping. Her fingers were cracked from chemicals and cold water. The skin never healed. It just hardened. She worked nights cleaning offices for people who would never know her name. She erased their mess. And returned home with silence. When she hugged Ethan, her hands smelled like bleach and soap. To him, it smelled like safety. Dinner was a ceremony of sacrifice. A small plate. Rice stretched thin with water. Sometimes half an egg if the week had been generous. She always served him first. Always. "I already ate at work," she'd say. Same sentence. Same tone. Every night. And every night Ethan replied, "I'm not very hungry." 2 actors. 1 stage. An audience of none. Love is sometimes just a shared lie told gently. Winter didn't knock. It invaded. The heater died first. Then her job. The company downsized. Invisible workers vanished quietly. She came home early that day. Ethan knew something was wrong because she was smiling too hard. Adults smile like that when the ground disappears beneath them. That week, they shared 1 meal. 1. She pushed most of it toward him. He pushed it back. She pushed again. He pretended to eat. She pretended not to notice. Hunger became a third person living in the apartment. Sleeping between them. Breathing loudly. His shoes tore open during gym class. A slow rip. Then a full split. The class laughed. Not cruelly. Just naturally. Children laugh at weakness because they don't understand it yet. He hid his feet under the bench. Walked home barefoot through slush and broken glass. When his mother saw his feet, her face didn't show anger. It showed apology. That night she opened a small box from the closet. Inside lay her wedding. The last piece of a life before struggle. She stared at it a long time. Then closed her fist. The next morning, new shoes waited beside Ethan's bed. She watched him put them on. Bare finger. Warm smile. Empty pocket. Full heart. The storm arrived with the power outage. Darkness swallowed the city. Only a candle separated their faces. On the plate sat the final rice. She pushed it toward him. "I already ate," she whispered. But her voice trembled. And Ethan saw it. For the first time. He didn't see his mother. He saw a tired human being holding the sky together with shaking hands. He pushed the plate back. "I'm full." Their eyes locked. No more pretending. Only love. The candle burned low. Neither touched the food. They fell asleep hungry. But together. In the morning, the plate was untouched. And she wasn't breathing. The apartment filled with strangers. Sirens. Whispers. Footsteps. Someone covered her with a sheet. Ethan held her hand. It was light. Too light. Like all her weight had been spent protecting him. He didn't cry. Not then. Grief takes time to understand its own size. Years later. Time moved. Cities change. Buildings repaint. Signs stop flickering. But memory doesn't age. It waits. Ethan grew. Worked every job offered. Delivered papers. Washed dishes. Carried boxes. Studied at night. Starved less. Remembered more. Every success he earned felt borrowed from her sacrifice. When he finally had money. Real money. The first thing he bought wasn't a car. Wasn't clothes. Wasn't comfort. He bought a kitchen. A big one. With a long table. And every night, he set one extra plate. He never explained why. He didn't need to. Some love doesn't require witnesses. Some mothers don't leave houses. They don't leave savings. They don't leave inheritance. They leave hunger. They leave sacrifice. They leave strength. And from those things, children build entire worlds. If your mother is still alive, feed her first. Sit with her longer. Listen when she repeats old stories. Because one day, the table will still be full. The plate will still be warm. And she won't be there to say, "I already ate."